Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we are back with the predictions, and today we've got the Scottish Premiership. Now this is a very hard league to predict. I know you've only got 12 teams, but I just think that makes it even harder. But before we get into the predictions guys, make sure you've left a thumbs up on this one. Let's get 70 likes for the Scottish Premiership. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Plenty of football content coming up soon, and we're very close to 4K, and let's get straight into this. So then, going from bottom to top, in my bottom two, I have gone for Ross County and St Mirren. Now, Ross County have finished 10th in the last two seasons in the Scottish Premiership, just about keeping their heads above water, but this could be the season they go down. They've had a lot of disruption to their pre-season, especially with the COVID outbreaks, but I don't know with Ross County. They have made a couple decent signings, one of them being Dominic Samuel, who could be a key player to keeping them up, but I think this is the year where Ross County go down. Going into the Premiership playoff, I have gone for St Mirren. Now, they did finish 7th last season, to be fair to them, which is a respectable finish in the Scottish Premiership, but I just think next season's going to be even tougher with the likes of Hearts and Dundee coming up. It's going to be really competitive in the Scottish Premiership, and St Mirren could do better than this, to be fair, but I think it's going to run very close and they're going to be down and amongst it. Staying up in 10th place, I've gone for Dundee, who did finish 2nd in the Scottish Championship last year, doing really well to come up. And it's going to be tough, don't get me wrong. There's going to be a real squabble between these teams down the bottom end of the table. But I think Dundee have made some decent signings, and they're the kind of team that are going to benefit from having fans back next season. I think Dundee do finish 10th. And just above them, in 9th place, I've gone for Livingston, who over the last couple of years have made some really decent progress. And I think in this summer transfer window, they've made some decent signings. If they just keep going, making a few more before the season starts, then I think they'll be all right. They could push on to mid-table. As we move closer to mid-table, I've gone for Dundee United and St Johnstone. Now, last year, Dundee United finished 9th, but they were only 1 point behind 5th. It was such a tight mid-table last year in the Scottish Premiership, and Dundee United, another club that could benefit from having fans back next year. And I think they could make a little bit of progress moving up to 8th, but I think they could even sneak into the top half this year. Just above them, I've gone for St Johnstone, who've been making some really decent signings over the last couple of weeks. Just to name a few, they've signed James Brown, Hayden Muller and Reece Devine from Manchester United. So they're building a decent squad for next year, St Johnstone, and there's no reason why St Johnstone couldn't get into the top 6 this year, to be honest. In 5th and 6th, I've gone for Motherwell and Hearts. Starting with Motherwell, they've made some decent signings over the last couple of weeks as well. Just to name a few, goalkeeper Liam Kelly from Queen's Park Rangers and O'Connor from Leicester. So they're building a decent team, and I think Motherwell could be a threat to finish quite high in the table next year. I think Motherwell are a decent team. My 5th place is Hearts, who absolutely smashed the Scottish Championship last year, absolutely taking it apart, finishing with a goal difference of plus 39. They were absolutely sensational, and I think Hearts will make a strong return in their first season to the Scottish Premiership, and I think Hearts could be in and amongst this top 6. In 3rd and 4th, I've gone for the same teams that finished 3rd and 4th last year. That is Hibernian and Aberdeen. Aberdeen have finished 4th for the last 2 seasons, and they are the 3rd favourites to win the league at 80-1, which just goes to show how much the bookies think it's only going to be Celtic and Rangers, which I suppose is realistic. But Aberdeen have made some decent signings, Christian Ramirez, the US forward, being one of them. I think this guy could be quite good for them. And as for Hibernian, they finished 3rd last year, and they were really impressive. If they hang on to their best players from last year, they should be pretty good. I have seen a few of their players leaving over the last couple of weeks, so they really need to keep a good squad for next season, and they'll be a threat again. Now, this is where it gets unbelievably tricky. You've got the 2 biggest teams in Scottish football, Celtic and Rangers, and of course I'm going to upset one of the fan bases in the next couple seconds, but hear me out. I think it will be tighter than last year, but Rangers are going to win the league again. Now, when I say it's going to be tighter than last year, that's not exactly hard, considering Rangers did go on to finish 25 points ahead of Celtic in an absolute landslide Premiership win. Rangers absolutely smashed it, going unbeaten as well, and it ended Celtic's reign of dominance over the last 10 years or so. And like I say, I think Celtic could make some decent signings. They could push on and be better than last year, but I just can't see Rangers falling away. Rangers are the bookies' favourites at 4-9 to win the league, and with Gerrard at the wheel, I think Rangers are just so strong at the moment, and even in the Europa League they do look like a threat. So I think Rangers win the league and Celtic will finish 2nd. Do you agree or disagree with any of my predictions today, guys? Make sure you have left a like on this one. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Thank you for watching today's video. If you want to see more Matt SB content, please go over to Instagram, Facebook and TikTok, where you can find me, Matt SB. More content coming your way. So go over there, follow to the socials, and we'll see you in the next video.